Okay, so we are talking about Tunisian crochet, and the first thing that you want is a crochet hook where you can actually start piling on enough stitches so that you can complete your project. In this one, we are making a homemade sponge. These things are the best, and it's just cotton here, and then you flip it over and you've got your scrubbing material. This is all Tunisian except this right here and the foundation stitch. Those are actual like crochet stuff. All right, so I've already done my first row of foundation single crochets, and now I'm going to just stab through that very first one and pull through, stab through the second one, pull through. Now I have 3. I really don't know why my camera keeps refocusing. That's really annoying. Stab through. Now I've got 4. Stab through, yarn over, pull up. Now I've got 5. Now, if you're a crocheter, you're probably freaking out right now because this is getting crazy. But it's okay. It's okay. Everything is going to be just fine. We stab through, yarn over, pull through, and we're just going to do this to the very end. Now, Sister Witch is a knitter, and I am a crocheter. And the one thing that has always frustrated me is the fact that she can make yarn last longer. So like if we're getting yarn for a project, you know, sometimes we'll do the same project, but she'll do the knit and I'll do the crochet. She can make hers go further and she doesn't have to get as much yarn as I do. All right, now then this is your last stitch, and it's kind of an ugly stitch because this is that original chain 2 for the foundation, and it's kind of ugly. But you want to go ahead, stab through and pull through so that you pick that up because it is technically a stitch. Now the very first thing that you need to do as you're coming back off or backing these off is you want to yarn over and only go through 1. So you have your chain 1 there at the very end. Then you yarn over and you go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Very simple. I have always thought that knitting is like the other black magic. My husband says that yarning is black magic, and I have always thought that knitting was the hardest because I just don't understand how to stab through and then pull yarn up without a hook. And I have since picked up knitting, so I'm just saying that Tunisian might be the gateway drug to knitting because I actually knitted an entire project, like a full set of fingerless gloves, and by full set I mean there were 2 of them. Like I actually did them, and I didn't kill anybody, and I didn't throw the yarn. I think I swore 1 time. Yeah, it was good. All right, you get to the end, and now you have these beautiful ladders. Well, these ladders are what we are going to go under. And this is called the afghan stitch. And I think that it's called the afghan stitch, well, number 1, because you make a lot of afghans with this. It's so super fast. But also you can feel your way through this. Like you just kind of slide your hook and it just catches it. And you can do this in the dark. You can do this while you're looking. You can do this while you're not looking. You can do this while watching TV. You can do this while trying not to watch your husband try to kill us on icy roads. I mastered Tunisian doing that. Many road trips in snow and ice. I don't like snow. But I use this to while I'm writing. Yeah. I will dictate and Tunisian crochet. You can hear my cat in the background. She is playing with a chair right now. She's going insane. And then we get to the end, and this is the hardest part of Tunisian, is you've got to go through this last stitch. And if you are a crazy tight crocheter, then this stitch right here can be very difficult to get under. And then you just pull that through, right? So here's the trick to making sure that that doesn't get tight, because I don't know about you, but like my natural inclination is to, you know, like cinch that up so that we get that super tight. Is you pull that up a little bit so that it's a little bit bigger, and then you pull through and you've got your chain one. And now you just back it off, back it off, back it off. Now, here is the thing. If you don't do that, then you will get this lovely curve. I'm trying to see if you can actually see it, but this is supposed to be a straight line, and it's not a straight line. It's actually got a curve right here. And the reason for that is because I crocheted this. This is my chain side, and every once in a while you'll see that there's a tight one and tight one. So if you're making a long strip like this, like, try very hard to loosen or to keep your chain loose. And then we're just going to back these off, back it off, back it off. I'm trying to get to the end because I'm going to drop a stitch on purpose so that you can see what to do if you drop a stitch. That honestly is a knit term that a lot of crocheters just don't have to worry about, because in crochet there is no such thing as dropping a stitch. However, this is a little like knit because you pile them all on, and you can't just like stop in the middle and add one, right? Okay, so we're going to just go through and add, and I'm going to accidentally skip that one. Actually, no, I've already dropped a stitch. So I'm going to go ahead. Did you catch where I dropped a stitch? I'm going to show you. All right, so we're coming to it. I can feel it. It's a little bit bunchier. Okay, we're just crocheting. We're just crocheting. Okay, right here. All right, now when you're doing a decrease, this is how you do a decrease. But let's just say that you didn't mean to do this because you want a straight line. All you got to do is pick that back up right there. Okay, and then you pick this one up. But for right now, I'm not going to do that because I want to show you something in the next row. A lot of people think that I'm crazy for writing while doing crochet, but like it's really good for me, because while I'm crocheting, I'm not overthinking my words, which is something that I do tend to do. Like when I'm typing, like I overthink things, and I'll stop and I'll second guess everything, and like it gets a little stilted. I can tell when I'm typing versus when I'm dictating, especially in dialogue. My typed dialogue gets really tight and stiff. All right, so we dropped a stitch right there. Okay, I am going to show you how to pick that up because this isn't knit. This is not knit. So like if this was knit, a knitter would be like, oh, now I've got to go find a crochet hook, or I've got to see if I can save this stitch. And a crocheter is just like, dude, whatever. Like, this is so easy. And this is part of the joy of combining knit and crochet. I don't think that I'll ever be like a full-time knitter. The only way I was able to even figure out how to knit was to knit offhand. So I was trying to learn how to knit right-handed, and it just didn't work at all. So I did it left-handed, and all of a sudden it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we're at that dropped stitch. We are literally just gonna go pick it up and bring it up, and then continue on our merry little way. And now we have all of the same stitches. Woohoo! Woohoo! Isn't that amazing? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Tunisian crochet. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing pictures of some of your projects. Go ahead and share those whenever you would like to. All right, until next time, go out and yarn awesomely.